Oh, what did I just do? All right. Hey everybody. Let's see if I can get this a little bit better. There we go. I don't know. I'm in a hotel room. I just thought, because why not? I would use some of this downtime in my hotel room before we check out to do, Gigi, nice to see you, to do a quick impromptu, completely pop up. German maid, I can almost tell by your thing. Nice to see you. Hey, everybody. So, yeah, I'm on the road, and we are checking out of our hotel, but not for a little bit. My husband's working out. I just got out of the shower. I am all ready to go. And I thought, there we go. Okay, Nina is saying, hello, stop. I needed you today. Oh, the universe provides. The universe provides. So, let me ask you this while there's still just a handful of us here. Nina, what's jamming you up? Put it in the comments. I can help you. Okay. Yeah, I haven't done a TikTok live since last week before we left. I will be home in a few days, and I'm probably going to do like a pop-up TikTok this weekend. I only say pop-up because I don't know what our schedule is, what my energy is like. I like to pay attention to all those things, and I hope you do too, with your decluttering, with your life. Pay attention to your mood. Pay attention to the energy you have. Okay? Oh, so stupid. First of all, Nina, if I'm to be your coach right now, so I will read to everybody just in case you're watching this as a recording when I upload this to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. Nina is saying, so stupid. I have weeks for a standing desk that I didn't put on at first, and now I can't find them. Okay. I have to clean and clutter to find them. Okay. Laura, you're asking some good questions. I love it. TikTok share. You're in declutter and giveaway mode. You know what? Honor that and use it to your advantage. Make it feel like you want your life to look and feel like, okay? So first of all, what I want to offer, wheels. Okay, wheels for a standing desk. Nina, let me ask you this. Everybody, how does it work out when you talk negatively to yourself, when you beat yourself up? When you say, I'm so stupid, blah. Yeah, I don't know about you, but if it worked, if that helped you get the stuff done you wanted to get done, you would have done it. So I say that as an example of not just, oh, don't talk nice, don't talk mean to yourself, but do not talk mean to yourself because it doesn't get you the results you want. If anything, what it ends up doing is making you feel more like poop. And when you feel more like poop, you're less likely to do anything. So this is what I say is put up, I use the road trip reference all the time. I like to think of our lives as being on a road trip. I am on one right now myself, but to remind yourself to take the drama out of it. And when I say that, you've almost got like the drama police. The drama police. Isn't that a song by Radiohead? I kid. I know it's Karma Police, but this is my pop culture Gen X mind. Okay, so lovingly, Nina and everybody, when you notice yourself, when you catch yourself. Sorry, I left my things on, so in case my husband needs to get in touch with me. Put up your loving traffic cop hand. Imagine one of those guys, little traffic cop, you know, the guy who's got like the, you know, thing. I swear there's a pizza place down in Wildwood, New Jersey that has the thing, stop right here for pizza. I always think of that picture, and it's like, stop right here. When you notice you're talking negatively yourself, just notice and stop it. And then redirect the traffic to say, no, we're not going down that road anymore. That road of talking just gets us stuck in the mud, spinning in our wheels, and we don't take traction. We don't get traction. We don't take traction. No, we don't get traction. We don't take action. Look at me. Now who's the songwriter in the family, right? So what I want you to do is calm that down. Just notice it, and then don't be like, oh, I'm so stupid for talking negative to myself. That ain't going to help either. Quiet down, calm down, all the downs. Breathe down into your lungs. Calm down, talk nicely to yourself. You're not stupid. It's not stupid. It's just a thing. You lost the wheels to your desk. BFD. Calm it down. Even quiet it down. I just lost the keys, the things, the wheels. No big deal. I can find them. And guess what? It's going to get me. I have to, you even said, you have to clean and declutter to find them. Guess what? Because you lost your wheels, your wheels went off. Isn't that funny? We're talking about like driving and stuff. Because you lost your wheels, you will have a cleaner and more decluttered home because of this, because you needed to, and while you were finding them, you were going to declutter and to find them. Notice the difference between talking negatively to yourself and then just doing all the downs, as I like to say. The calming down of the overwhelm, the breathing down. Sometimes I say to write it down, to quiet down. Simmer down now, as the kiddos would say. Okay? So I hope that feels better. I hope you find your wheels, and hey, maybe you'll find something you were looking for too, you didn't realize it, and then all of a sudden the place is just going to look and feel better. Okay, Marcia Z, thank you for sharing the live. I don't often do these pop-ups, but as I said, I've got some free time here, and we're just kind of in limbo. So I thought I'd reach out and say, hey, and how can I help you with your decluttering? If we've just met, if you're just meeting for the first time, hey, my name is Beth, but I'd much rather you remember destination decluttered. Destination like a road trip, destination like travel, destination like I want to go somewhere that is going to be exciting to get to be and get to. And when it's a destination, it's like a road trip because getting there is part of the journey. Okay? So notice that. All right? This is a journey. This is, don't stop believing. Okay? Okay, Margot is saying, my house is in good shape. Yay. But my garage is jammed. Okay, I might need some help digging out. Advice? Yeah. Here's this thing. Get curious about what's jamming up your garage, and notice that it might be there because you were getting it out of the house because it made the house look better to put the stuff in the garage. Now, this is the thing. I do one-on-one coaching with people, so it's not, sometimes it's hard to get like the subtle nuances of your situation, but I will offer this, Margot. Get curious. Everybody. Curiosity is is your key to freedom, because instead of being judgy, if you're on this side of judgment and you're stuck and you're being stupid, this is whatever, that does not help. The opposite. I love working in opposites. The flip side of the 45, as Davy Jones would say on the Brady Bunch. On the flip side of your judgment, you get curiosity. So Margot, get curious about what's the stuff in your garage. Why is it there? And my guess is that it's there because there's a decision to be made about it. Oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. I love this. We've got a nice little cool little group of people here that I can actually see Margot's response pretty much in real time. Margot was saying, and again, this is for the people who are either decluttering right now. Feel free to do that. While I do these things, I'm telling you, people have said that when I get on, that's the trigger. That's like the impetus they need to get up and declutter. So I like to repeat the things I see on screen, so you don't need to be seeing me to benefit from what I'm doing. If anything, you benefit more because you're out there tidying up. So, Margot was saying, sold a vacation house, garage became storage. Okay, noticing Margot. Okay, so garage is storing items that used to be in one home. It's a math problem at that point. So the interesting thing would be, and again, this is all dependent upon your situation, but notice it is a process, and it is a thought process. It isn't necessarily what you're doing with your hands. Your hands can't move until your brain tells them what to do. And what you want to do is align your brain thoughts with, align your hands with what you want them to do. So, you might get curious. Are we planning on buying another vacation home? If so, maybe this is a good place to store it. However, if we're not planning on buying a vacation home, what do we want to do with these things that were from that home? Do we want to incorporate them? Do you want to incorporate them into your home? Maybe some of the stuff you do, maybe none of it. Again, it's all thoughts, it's all decisions, it's all 100% up to you and what you want your destination to look like. Your destination of your home and your life. Okay? Hey, Mama Rita, nice to see you. I missed our time as well, but I will see you soon. So notice that. Oh, there we go. Okay, Nina, it's just said, I had your YouTube playing while I did my bedroom. So much done. And it's an hour long. So much done. Yes, that's typically, I will say this. So again, for those of you who have just met me, I will typically do TikTok lives because I enjoy doing them because they're nice and casual and I can just pop up and doing them. I do schedule those. I do like to give people something to look forward to. I do like some structure in my own life. So I do that, and typically when I do it, I will carve out an hour for a TikTok live. Then after I do the TikTok live, I will download it from TikTok. I will then upload it, download it. Notice there's another down there. I may have to work on that one. I will then upload it to Destination Decluttered on YouTube, so you can re-watch it at your leisure if you came halfway through. Also, if you just need some motivation and inspiration to declutter, while you're alone at your home, maybe it's just you. Maybe you want a buddy. Maybe you want, like as they say with my ADHD inspired folks, like a buddy system, like a body doubling. So that's where you can reach me. But just notice that. What else do we have? All right, Wicked Lady 77 is saying, OMG, just ordered roll-off dumpsters for my house with such relief. We purged 2,600 pounds from 20 years. Hey, you know what? Congrats for making the decision and following through with something that you knew was going to get you to the life you want, the quickest and easiest for you. You do you. If a dumpster works for you, you can do a dumpster. If somebody hears somebody going a dumpster and say, oh, I never could do that, just notice that. Don't say you have to get a dumpster. Find your own path. Find your own way. Find your own destination to what your journey to what you want your destination to look like. Maybe you really want to go through all of your items methodically. So if you want that, that's going to take longer than a dumpster. You might want to start that sooner rather than later. Okay? But there we go. Oh, very cool. Mama Rita, she's I've got some clients. I work one-on-one with clients. It's consolidated 3 to 4 boxes from my storage. Every little bit helps. That's what I also want to impart you with. Even just that feeling today after I do this TikTok live, because I don't know when I'm going to end. We need to check out in less than an hour, but I'll probably be over before then. Every little bit helps. No matter if it's exercise, no matter if it's eating one fresh fruit or vegetable instead of none, whether it's one bag of trash, one bag of returns, one bag or box of what do you call those? Donations. Every little bit helps. One act of kindness can help. Do that, okay? There we go. It was super tough, but we focusing. There we go. Wicked Lady, I love your alliteration. They're saying pitch, put away, or pass on. I love alliterations. That's why I call my coaching Destination Decluttered. Margot, you're saying, I think I need a professional organizer. Okay, that's possible. What I would offer to you is, and I'm not trying to dissuade you from that at all, what I would offer to you is, from my perspective, from the way I approach things, is getting somebody to help you make decisions may be helpful to you. I work with people on Zoom. I don't go to your home, and it's really about you making decisions. If you need somebody to kind of bounce ideas off of, that's a great idea. But remember, at the end of the day, the decisions are yours to make, because you are defining what you want your home to look like, what you want your life to look and feel like, all of those good things. So the more practice you get at making decisions that align with how you want your life to be, the better it's going to be, and the easier it will be to work with somebody. So hope that helps. Here's what I want to suggest to everybody. If you're struggling with something, get help with what you're struggling with, whatever it is. If it's a professional organizer, maybe it's me as your one-on-one coach. I'm not doing, I don't have any coaching openings this week. Literally, it could change next week. So I'm not saying that as like a sales pitch, but I'm saying get help and you will get closer to what you want. Even if the help you get is like, this isn't exactly what I needed. You learn from that and you can move on from a more informed space. Okay, there we go. Yes, alliterations are so fun. That's why I also want to, I'll give you another one that I like, because this may help with, especially with people who are just joining in, Destination Decluttered. I'm a decluttering life coach. And think about the items in your home in the following categories. And I'm doing this, if you notice, this is, okay, so people who are watching this, who are not watching but are out decluttering, I'm just putting my hand above my head and then kind of around the middle, and then I'm putting my hand kind of below. And so I want to say that there are 3 layers of clutter in 3 categories of clutter. I call them surface, surface, stored, and sentimental. So think about those 3 S's. Surface is on the surface. It's just the random stuff. Like if I was tidying up this hotel room, and that's, somebody mentioned earlier about the houndstooth chair in the background. I so wanted to have this as my background, especially because I'm wearing my stripes here. I thought we looked kind of, like, look at that. If that doesn't make your eyes go, whoa, huh? But if I were to just tidy up this hotel room, that would be surface clutter. Stored clutter would be like if I was here for a week and I put things in doors or drawers. So think about the stuff that you have on your surface, and you could totally start there, because you know a lot more than you may be giving yourself credit for. You know where things on the surface go, and they're just not there yet. If it is on the surface because you don't have a place to put it, that's a different story. That's when we get into your stored clutter. Your stored clutter is like what I like to say is behind doors and drawers. So that's the stuff that kind of on the surface, notice on the surface, my house looks good, but don't open the door to that room. Don't open that junk drawer. Don't, open that closet. You'll be appalled at what you find. And what you probably have is too much stuff. It's not categorized, and decisions that are needing to be made. There we go. So just notice that. I love it. Wicked Lady says, my bestie was on my phone with earbuds, kept me going. Sometimes we just need a little bit of that. You got it going on. Why do you think people do so much better when they are doing like the Boston Marathon versus running 26 miles on their own? Because they've got people there cheering them on. We are energetic creatures. We respond well to positive encouragement. We also respond to negative discouragingness. I don't even know. But notice that. Encouraging gives you courage to do things. Discouraging takes the courage away. That's why when I coach and when I show up to do these TikTok lives, I love helping you with quieting down those less than helpful thoughts, because they discourage you, they take away your power, and then you get stuck in the mud on the side of the road. On the other hand, on the flip side, on this other hand, you've got the asphalt. You just need to get from the mud to the asphalt and get back on the road heading towards your direction. And how you do that is you quiet those down, you slow down your wheels, you stop that, you quiet down, and then you say to yourself, I can do this. I can do this. 20 minutes. I can do something. As soon as you do that, as soon as you tell yourself I can do it, you're no longer in the mud. You're on the asphalt. The tar, the paved road. The paved road is where you want to go. The paved road that heads towards your destination. Okay? Yes, I thought it was awesome too. Background and my top with sweaters. I'm a visual person. Like I wouldn't have this chair and ottoman set in my house, and that's the great thing. I might do a video about this for TikTok, just about what you learn about yourself when you're traveling, just about decor. This is the 3rd room out of 4 that I've been in a week, and boy, have I learned something about myself with each one. So thank you, Catherine. Yeah, I just thought this was kind of a fun background. Okay. La Brenda is saying, I'm listening to you and thinning out my craft containers. Awesome. Awesome. Nancy, thank you for saying you needed the inspiration and you love my videos. I'm happy to do them. And if I wasn't happy to do them, I wouldn't do them. Notice that when you're excited to do something, you willingly show up and do it. La Brenda, I love the fact that when you're thinning out your craft containers, you're probably saying, here, where's the stuff that I really want to use and what's the stuff that doesn't make the cut? That's okay. We are always, and trust me, one of the curation of your life ends up with such a more quality of experience. I say this, I went on a tour of a mid-century modern home earlier this week, and the level of curation, the thoughtfulness, the thought that was put behind what is this thing, do I want it, where does it go, that people, even with a beaucoup bucks, they have a lot of money, where do they put this, what do they want it, how does it go, here's a gift from somebody, how does it fit in, is this enough stuff here? All of those things. When you pay attention to detail, your home can feel like one of these ones that people pays to tour, but it also can feel like your home because you've made those decisions. Margot, how do I get rid of a piano? Need the space? I will offer to you. It can be difficult to get rid of pianos. Not many people want them. You might want to start with something easy. Post it with your friends. Start small and start concentric circles. So post it. Does any of my friends want one or know somebody who wants one? If not, maybe a Facebook group, a free thing. I don't think you're going to get money for it. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a grand piano. It's a different thing. Get used to the fact that you may need to give it away or, frankly, pay somebody to take it away. It depends on where you live and the situation you have. Okay? Just notice that. Just notice that. Okay. Elizabeth Max is saying, what if you have just a small bit of storage? So your things are usually out even if you prefer them stored. You know what? If you prefer them stored, what I want to say to you is that, and if you only have, you need to get creative with these things. If you don't want them on the surfaces, and I like a very uncluttered surface. My husband and I kind of wrestle with that because he wants things out on the counter more than I do, but we come to an agreement about it. So say to yourself, what do I really need to be out on display, and what can I put elsewhere? And at a certain point, it does become a math problem. It says, I have a certain amount of storage, and it can only fit X amount of things. I can either increase my storage somehow, or I can decrease the objects that are stored. And then when you are saying I need to decrease the objects I'm going to store, which thing is going to take precedence? Like If my husband and I want to sit in this chair, both of us can't fit in at the same time. Somebody gets it, somebody doesn't. Maybe you share, you know? Okay, I love this. This always happens when I do a TikTok live, and I just want to thank everybody for doing this, because a cool group of people immediately come together when I do these TikTok lives. And I say this because Kit Kat So Cool is saying schools maybe need one, a piano. Miss Terry also said try schools. You know, Mama's Mom 2001 is saying a school. German Maid 95 says, I have a friend make a coffee bar out of her piano. I saw that too once, and I thought it was pretty cool. There are really cool, we can all help each other. Notice that there are people here who are tuning in because they ostensibly need some help with decluttering their homes and lives. Yet, even if you need to declutter, you also have a wealth of knowledge. You can help somebody else. You know how to do a lot of this stuff. Now, one of the things that may be interesting is that you can help somebody else, but helping yourself may be a different thing. That's because you know all the stories that your stuff tells you. That's why it can be so nice to be in a hotel room, because none of the stuff is talking to you. Like, oh, this is the chair that used to be so-and-so's. Oh, that's that. I really should do this, blah, blah, blah. It's not this constant chatter in your head that are the stories that your items are talking to you all at once. That's why if your home is cluttered, it can be overwhelming on many levels. So just notice that. There we go. I love it that you're step-by-step on your road trip. Do that. I love it. A group home, Mudflap the Bloodhound is saying. That's great. So all these ideas for pianos, you know, so just notice this. So I've been on for a few minutes, so I feel like in case there's some new people, like it's always kind of a constant flow of people coming in and out of the room. My name is Beth. Would much rather you remember, however, Destination Decluttered. I'm a decluttering life coach. I am at destinationdecluttered.com. That's kind of like the source for all the stuff I do. I do one-on-one coaching with people on Zoom. Also, if you're interested in that coaching and just interested in learning more about what I do, and also being invited to some cool free workshops and Zoom calls that I do, go to my website, destinationdecluttered.com, and sign up for my mailing list. There's a join page there. Also, if you scroll down to the bottom of the front page, there's a really easy, simple form you fill out. You get I think I've got an automatic email that you get, just a welcome email. And to say thank you for signing up, I give you a free PDF of a habit tracker that you can use. So just notice that. All right. Yes, and PBM is asking, will you be posting this video to YouTube? Yes, I will. Thank you for asking. And thank you for the people who have encouraged me to download these TikTok live videos and upload them to the Destination Decluttered YouTube channel. I say that because this was not an idea I initially had. That's not how my brain works. But notice how when we have more than one brain working together, and thank you for the heart, that we come up with ideas that we normally wouldn't have. That's the beauty about coaching. That's the beauty about hanging out with people who can help you, you know, with your problems. That never would have occurred to me to upload these videos, but so many people have said they find them so helpful, especially when I go traveling, or what I call off the digital grid. Like the fact that I am showing up today, a Thursday at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern time, because I'm still in the Eastern timeline. This is a rarity. Usually I schedule these and I post a schedule at the top of my TikTok page, but I also know when I'm not going to be around. So when I'm not around, there is a boatload, a playlist on Destination Decluttered on YouTube of all the TikTok lives. So you can listen to them and get inspired when you're in your car, when you're puttering around the house, decluttering, things like that. I think that was it. Oh, I just want to say this too. For those of you on the Destination Decluttered email mailing list, you already know this. But for those of you who are not, who are like, I don't know if I need another email. First of all, I don't spam you. I think that's so freaking annoying. All I do is send the good stuff. And the good stuff is one I'm going to tell you about is this Sunday, I'm doing a free workshop about how to organize your time to make time for decluttering and the things you like. I call it breeze blocking because I'm a big fan of mid-century modern architecture and Palm Springs, and it just makes me laugh to not think of like time blocking. I think of it as like breeze block, like I'm hanging out on the patio. It's fun, you get stuff done, but then you also have, you know, life can kind of breeze through it. I say that because the only way you get invited to that is to get on the Destination Decluttered email mailing list at destinationdecluttered.com. That is a free workshop. It's going to be an hour long. It's this Sunday. It will be recorded, but the people who get the recording for that are only the people on the mailing list. There's that. Okay, now back to your regularly scheduled program. So who is this? This is Kim is saying, what do you suggest with paperwork? How long do we keep tax papers, please? Okay, so Kim, typically what I have read on the internet is 7 years is a really good length of time for you to keep the paperwork that is supporting paperwork for your taxes. My understanding is that after that, that's like kind of the window of that you, if you were to get audited, you 7 years is kind of outside. Past that is a good year. You're kind of free and clear. So you might want to do that. If that makes you still feel a little bit hinky, just ask yourself why you're saving this stuff. Are you afraid you're going to get audited? And the answer is within 7 years, any of us could get, no big deal. When they do, we would have the paperwork to show them as to how we got to our numbers. But after 7 years, you're kind of out of that window. So think about that. Okay, there we go. All right, Margot, glad you were here for when I go. Yep, breeze blocking, such a good idea. I'm telling you, the reason I'm doing this is because I've been away for a week, so I'm kind of on a different time schedule. We were in one town, and then we were home, then we were another town, another town, another town. Then I get home. When I get home, I want to be like, okay, I want to get some stuff done. But I figure if I'm going to do it for myself, I can help you guys too. Okay? Oh, there you go. Go Vegan says, my tax lady suggests keeping for 10 years, but she has copies of everything. That's cool. So 10 years. If 10 years makes it easy for you to remember the math, like just think of it. So this is 2023. So you could say, okay, even for 10 years, anything pre-2013, which doesn't seem like 10 years ago, people, does it? Anything earlier than that, you could probably let go. Notice why you're keeping it, though. I think the overarching, the better, like the really good kind of, what do I want to say, lesson we can all learn about this is get curious. Get curious why you are saving paperwork. And what paperwork do you feel like you really want to hang on to, and other stuff that's easy to go? Like, for example, Joyfully Mia says, is it the same for deceased loved ones? How long to save their taxes and other paperwork? You know what? I am not an expert. Joyfully Me. What I would recommend would be, I would say maybe 10 years. I don't know, but that's just literally off the top of my brain's head. My brain's head. What I would recommend is, I bet there's somebody out there in the world who you can even Google that. It's so simple to do that. And also just notice that and put it in a box that just says, mom and dad's paperwork, shred this in 2033 or something, And yes, and Catherine even says, but even the 7 years of keeping can be kept digitally. Now, you might need paper backup. See, this is where the great thing is that what I want to offer to you is there is help out there. You can Google these things. You can get in touch with your tax person, your specific tax person, what they recommend. Somebody who is an expert at that type of thing. But just know that there is help out there, that if you have you have a question, there's an answer out there that's going to work for you. You don't have to keep it for the rest of your life. Notice this too. Notice this. Especially about paperwork, is we all are in. Now, I was an art history major, so I tend to look at things in a really wide context. And if my hands are going like this, like stretching out. So think about the fact that within our lifetimes right now, we all started in a 100% paper-based society. There was no digital anything. So if you didn't have that piece of paper, you could get in trouble. Those paper copies were precious. Now, we are in kind of a hybrid. We've got 1 foot in the paper world and 1 foot in the digital world. And so we kind of have got halvesies. And sometimes that can be helpful, and sometimes it can be a pain in the butt. Am I right? Because like my tax person doesn't work with anything digital, so I need to print out stuff for her. That's her choice. I choose to work with her. That's what she does, and I do it. Other people are 100% digital. Find out what makes sense to you, but just notice all of us are, if anything, we probably have more paper than we did in the paper-based society. But the neat thing is some of the papers that you own, some of the papers that you save, I bet are some things you can let go of because they already exist somewhere else digitally. Just notice that. Hubby's driving Kim nuts. You know what, Kim? I got a hubby. He's going to show up at any moment. I love him. He drives me nuts in his own way. You know why? We all have thoughts about our stuff. We all have thoughts about stuff in our homes, in our lives, that make us feel a certain way. And when we feel a certain way, we do a certain thing. Now, I have been traveling with my hubs for the last few days, and we just realized that one of the things that can be a little bit of a, like the two Rams, is the fact that in our regular lives, we don't spend this much time together. Now we are in this small room kind of all the time, and we have to kind of not acknowledge when we are causing some of the problems and all this. It's a dance. It's a dance. Just get curious about what your husband's thoughts and feelings are about his stuff and your stuff. Speak of the devil, I am not even kidding. My husband just walked in right away. We were just talking about our husbands.
Hello.
How about our husbands bugging us because we spend too much time together? Am I right?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Great. Anywho, yeah, just get curious about his stuff, your stuff, all the stuff, and how you can work together so you can get along on this road trip called life, or this road trip called we're traveling. All right? Carrie is asking, how do you get rid of the extras? Cleaning supplies or travel items, as you hate waste of items and money. I would say this. There might be places to donate stuff. If they are used stuff, a couple of things. You can donate them. You can use them up yourself, to say to yourself, I'm going to take the time. Oh, thank you. And anything else, anything else in mind, just put it on the thing. I didn't realize I left them there. The other thing too is, let me hit you with this one. It may be a tough sell, but if you want to get to your destination of being decluttered, you may need to throw some things away. You may need to throw some things away that you spent money on. It's true. It's true. It's going to happen in your life. The more you get used to that being a fact, the easier it will be to say, hey, this thing isn't working out for me. I tried this shampoo. I hate it. It doesn't make my hair. It makes my hair look bloppy. Nobody else wants it. I may have to, I can't donate it anywhere. That type of thing. So just notice that. I know it can be a weird feeling. You hate to waste the money, but what's more important? That thing of shampoo making you feel bad every time you look at it, or you feeling better because you don't have to look at it and feel bad? Okay? Doris Ann Olson is saying, how long do you keep paperwork from previous house sales? Again, I would recommend talking to a professional for that. Your realtor, somebody you know what I mean? Somebody who's more experienced in that. But what I want to ask you is this. Why are you saving it? Are you afraid that they're going to say, no, you didn't sell my house? Do you need it for tax purposes? Do you need it for estate? Get curious why you are saving it, and that will indicate to you the professional you can talk to about that. I say that because it may depend on different states. It may depend on different situations, and I'm not about to come here and show up and pretend I'm an expert on something I'm not. That's why, if I was going to be your client, you were going to be my client for decluttering, we have a one-on-one consultation before we even start, because I know my limits. And I am not going to, steer you down the wrong road, right? But get curious why you're saving it, and then find experts that can give you a more informed answer. And then also, you can always err on the side of caution. Think about paperwork, you guys. Think about it, that you could have, and this is, you could have a banker's box. Those banker's boxes with the tops on it? You could save so much paperwork in that and be like, this gives me peace of mind to hang on to this probably longer than I need to. But even so, you're only using up a banker's box worth of space. Did you turn on the AC? Okay. Anyhow, there we go. Deceased save theirs till the estate is closed, says Catherine. See, some people know these things. Where do we go? Book art, if they can't be recycled. I'm a minimalist. I can live with a chair and a phone. I love it, Kimmy Cat. There we go. Oh, Kathy Logue, 488. I used to work with somebody named Kathy Logue. Maybe it's you. Wouldn't that be funny? Good way to dispose of books. Donate them, read them, share them, give them to somebody to do an arts and crafts project with. Don't burn them. Notice there are different ways you can get things out of your life. And here's what I offer as your coach. Our destination, the reason I am in your life, is not to find the perfect place for your stuff. However, it's to find a place that you feel good about, that's easy for you to do, so you and I get to our destination, which is getting you decluttered so your home and life feels and looks and functions like you want it to. Kim is saying, gosh, you make me want to organize. Kim, let me sell you on this. It feels so good to learn about yourself and to learn what you want and to define yourself. And it is really a worthy journey for you to discover. Notice the stuff you have from your past. This stuff that you have that you've saved for years. That's okay. That's who you were. And part of you is still that person, but part of you has changed. Part of you has evolved. You are getting older. Maybe you don't fit in clothes you used to. Maybe the styles are out. Maybe you just don't like that thing you used to like. I'm in that kind of turmoil as far as travel goes, because I've always loved to travel, but for years I went to little mom and pop hotels and stuff, and now I like to go to places that have houndstooth chairs and things. right? Get to know yourself by what you decide to keep and what you decide to get rid of. When you know yourself better, you make more powerful decisions, and it's so much quieter in your brain. Like today, like we were here, so I'm going on a couple of architecture tours because that's my jam right now. It may not be in a few years. It wasn't a while back. And we went to the gift shop, and I was like, oh, I'm going to allow myself the opportunity to buy anything I want, but what do I really want? And the answer was very little, but if it was something I wanted, I would get it. And then I bought a little thing, and I feel good about that because I'm already using it. There we go. Okay, everybody, with the paperwork, Sue Bell is saying, how long should I keep tax info? What is a safe amount of years? I would say 7 to 10, but please, oh please, everybody, empower yourself with getting the specific help you need. Find that out from your tax preparation person, or somebody you know, or a more reliable source. Then please do not just take it because I am somebody who decided to show up on TikTok or on YouTube if you're saying it later. Don't just trust somebody on the websites, on the internet. Sorry, got myself confused there. Do your due diligence. Do a little bit more research and see what the average thing is. If you keep on seeing that many reliable sources say 7 to 10 years, then 7 to 10 years if it says something different. But it will take like 5 minutes to do the research, and then you feel better about the decision you're making. Okay? Have a tote full of daughter's prom dresses. Sell and donate, says Kim. Can you imagine how... Think about this. When you are deciding to donate or give away or remove items from your home, don't think of it as you losing something. Think of the gain. You are gaining space. You are gaining freedom. You are gaining peace of mind. And somebody else out on the planet is gaining a wonderful, beautiful dress that they can wear to the prom at a fraction of the price that they would have paid if it was new. Okay? Yes. There we go. Yeah, Sue Bell. Yes, I will double check with my tax lady. She's my neighbor. No excuse. What a nice excuse to hang out with your neighbor and just ask them, you know? And then you get the peace of mind of knowing that your decision is based on a reliable source. You know, as I said, I am a reliable source for a lot of stuff, but I also care so much about the people who show up for coaching, for these TikTok lives, people I've never met. I really care to not lead you down the wrong path. That's how I am. I got integrity, I guess you'd call it. But I want you to make a decision that feels right to you, and getting the help you need with that is the best thing. I love it. Kimmy Cat is saying, I have yard sales every spring. That is great. If you love to do that, rock on. In my past, I had a time where I had yard sales. I used to sell mid-century and vintage stuff for like a while, and that was fun until it wasn't. So if you love it, if Kimmy Cat, if you have your yard sales and you love it and you do it every spring, rock on. What I want to offer to everybody, including you though, is if what you used to do doesn't do it for you anymore, that's okay. You can change it. Like, I don't do yard sales anymore. I don't even go to yard sales anymore. It just does not bring me the joy that I used to. And that's okay. Here's a funny thing. I use a couple of phrases in my coaching. I want you to think of these as like 2 pillows on a couch, because they both have ellipses in them, you know, those ... dots. And that's where my Boston accent comes out, ... is I choose to believe that ... is a really cool, here, I'm going to give you this throw pillow. It's embroidered with, I choose to believe that ... It's on one side of the couch. And then the other pillow on the other side of the couch is ... and that's okay. Another pillow, ... and that's okay. I save these 2 pillows because it cracks me up to think of them as like little throw pillows with those nice little stayings on them. Is you may have changed, you know, things that used to bring you joy may not bring you joy now. ... and that's okay. Think about the things that brought you joy when you were 2 years old. They're probably different things than now, and that's okay. Allow yourself to evolve into the person you are now. See, I love this. Okay. Kim is saying, love the black and white chair. Yeah, I thought it would be a fun kind of background, especially with my stripes here. I'm in a hotel room, and I will be signing off in probably 10 or so minutes because we do need to check out and hit the road because life is a road trip, but thank you for saying that. La Brenda is saying, donate dresses to local school district. They may keep a clothes closet. Yeah. Go Vegan is saying, how do you stop yourself wanting to find the perfect place for everything and just get rid of it? Go Vegan. Here's something I want you to think of. There is a huge range of options between the perfect place and just getting rid of it. How about this? How about knowing that you don't want it in your home? That's a decision you've made. I don't want this in my home. But then saying, where's a place that's easy for me to donate it or get it out of my home, and I feel good about it. Not like I feel perfect. It's not like stars aligned. You're not the matchmaker of your stuff. Certainly you can start that. If you say to your friends, hey, I've got all this whatever, does anybody that I know want it? And somebody's like, hell yes, I've been coveting that for years. By all means, go ahead. But if nobody else wants it, then you say, okay, what's the second easiest way for me to get this out of my home and out of my life so that I am not spending my life playing matchy-matchy with all this random stuff. And instead, I am speeding my way towards that destination that I want. My destination decluttered, where my home looks the way I want it to look. The way my home feels, the way I want it to feel. I feel good in my home. I feel peaceful, I feel restful, I feel relaxed because I'm not cleaning up all the time, my stuff isn't yelling at me. And how does my home function? So just notice that. Notice that oftentimes we distract ourselves and we procrastinate on the decluttering, maybe because we don't have an idea of what our destination is. Maybe we're afraid to think of what do I want my home to look and feel and function like. Just notice that, okay? All right. Heather Procetta 94 is saying, looking at rooms of clutter now, I just can't get rid of. I'm stuck and feel awful about myself. How about this? How about working on that worthy goal of feeling better about yourself and getting unstuck? And how that starts, and this is the tool I use all the freaking time with my one-on-one coaching and here on these TikTok lives that I do. You have a thought in your head that makes you feel a certain way, and you feel a certain way, you do a certain thing. You know what, Heather, when you look at your rooms of clutter, you have a thought that says, I just can't get rid of it. That makes you feel stuck. And when you feel stuck and feel awful about yourself, you're stuck. You're not doing anything to change the clutter. Notice that. Notice how when I'm even doing this, and people who are listening to this on YouTube, I am literally just touching my hand and my heart and my head, my heart and my hand on one side of my body. But then we go to the other side. We put our little traffic cop hand up and we say, stop. Thinking on this side of this line in between us is just getting me stuck, feeling bad about myself. I'm going to stop doing that. I'm going to hop on to the other side, the road that leads to my destination. And how you do that is you think something more helpful, feel a little bit more encouraged, and then do something. So Heather, what I want to offer is if you're looking at your rooms of clutter, maybe this would be a good time for me to remind people about that overwhelmed feeling. I'm overwhelmed. I don't know where to start. I can't start, so I don't start. Can't stop, won't stop. It's like can't start, don't start. I don't know. This is how I coach. I coach from my brain and my heart. Overwhelm. You know how you get, you know how you dismantle that overwhelming feeling? You use the word down. Earlier, if people are watching this on YouTube, you'll remember that I said down, calming down, breathing down, writing it down, quieting down that voice, saying, I don't want to feel awful about myself anymore. I'm going to get unstuck. And how you do that is also you chunk it down. Now, chunking it down says chunk it down visually. Instead of looking at rooms of clutter, your whole house is cluttered. I've got rooms of clutter. Pick one room, one section of a room. Chunk it down to a manageable place where you say, I can start here, and then start. Another way to do this is if you're thinking, well, I'm never going to get it done. It's going to take forever. It's not going to take forever, but it will take some time. Set your timer. Chunk down your space and chunk down your time for 20 minutes. And then say, okay, I've chunked down the space, I've chunked down the time, and then here, do this. Pick the top of the three categories of clutter, the way I coach. Surface, stored, sentimental. Do not start with your sentimentals. It will just get you stopped. Practice decluttering by starting at the surface. What are things in one room of your home that you can put away or throw away or put in a place that is better than it is now in 20 minutes? When I say that, Heather, does that sound doable? Can you do that? Would you do that for yourself? Because that's going to get you feeling better, to say, I did something to make myself feel better. I didn't wait for somebody else to do it. I'm doing it for myself. I am getting myself out of this rut, out of this mud on the side of the road, and I am stopping enough of the spinning, and I'm just going to say, you know what, today's the day. I heard this random lady on TikTok who decided to randomly show up while she's in a hotel room while her husband's in the shower, because I'm a decluttering life coach. It's not like I'm totally random. But I just want to say, you deserve to feel better about yourself, but it feels so much better when you do it for you. Okay? There we go. Laura Gibbons Voorhees is saying, I believe to several giveaway online communities, I've gotten rid of sofas that way. Yep. And La Brenda says, I find it easier to get rid of stuff knowing that it could benefit somebody else. Okay. There we go. Yeah, try the 20 minutes. Here, do this too. Do this too. Everybody, everybody take a picture of wherever you're starting. Who was it? User 7157 blah, blah, blah. I will start on the surface of my desk. Okay, take a picture of the surface of your desk before you start. Then do it for 20 minutes, and then take another picture of the surface of your desk. It's going to look different. It's going to look better, and when it looks different and better, you're going to feel different, you're going to feel better. And you're going to have evidence of something good you did to make yourself feel better. All right. Yep, I can organize others, and they think I'm great, but I can't do it myself. You know why, Heather? Because you hear the stories that your items tell you. And they may not be such great stories, or they may just keep you spinning and not making decisions. When you help somebody else with their own stuff, you do not hear the stories that they hear, so you can be curious and objective. That's why I make such a great coach, because I don't know your stories about your stuff, so I can ask you, what is this thing? And it's not a judgy, what is this thing? It's just like a factual, what is this thing? Why do you want it? I don't care if you want it or not. You make the decisions, you know, and if you want it, where does it go? And if you don't want it, what's the easiest way to get it out of your life? Notice that it's all about you and your decisions, and you always get to decide what you keep and what you donate and what you get rid of. The one thing I will say, though, is the way that I coached this. It may take longer than some places, but the thing that I do is I give you opportunities to say, I'm not sure yet, that's okay. I don't want you making rash-based decisions just to get to your destination sooner. I would rather, like a road trip, you take the time, do it right. I know now I got a disco song with me. Take your time, do it right. We can do it, baby. Take your time and do it right so you feel good about the decisions you're making. Now, I will also offer this as a human. You may make mistakes. You may get rid of something that later you regret. Oh, well, welcome to being human and not perfect. I am a decluttering life coach. I have regretted some things that I have getting rid of. And it's like, oh, well, live and learn. I will move forward in life. I have not died because I've made a bad decision. Okay? Bye. I'll be off soon.
Oh, no worries.
Yep, it's all good. Yeah, Melissa's saying, oh, you're on. Yeah, I decided. So those of you who are just tuning in, my name is Beth. I'm a decluttering life coach. I am actually supposed to be off the digital grid right now, but I had this kind of narrow window of time before checking out of a hotel, hence this crazy chair, and before we hit the road, that I thought I would hop on and see how my peeps are and just help some folks that are struggling with clutter and stuff. Getting yourself up and moving in the right direction every day is an effort. And I know that feeling. I am not perfect, but I know how it helps to have a little bit of encouragement. So since I had this time, instead of twiddling my thumbs while my husband gets ready, I thought I would check on. There we go. Oh, Sue Bell is saying, that is so profound what you said about your own stories. Light bulb moment. I'm glad to provide you with a light bulb moment. That is what I freaking love about coaching, is that I've learned a lot in my decades. I am a wise mother falcon, and it has really helped me improve my life. The way I think about it, the things I do, the way I interact with people. I want to share with you what I have learned so you can have it too, so you can get that aha moment. One of my aha moments was, I can plan a kick-ass regular road trip from Chicago to LA, but why can't I have a kick-ass life? Why can't I plan my life like a road trip? And I was frustrated when I said that, but then I heard this quiet voice in my head, what I call my co-pilot, saying, I don't know, why can't you? What would that mean? How could you treat your life like a road trip, not a commute? And the first thing I realized was, well, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I want. This commute is leading me to a life that I don't want. So of course I'm dragging my heels because I don't want to get to that place where they are sending me. And that's when I had to get off of that road, figure out where I wanted to go, what I wanted my life to look and feel like, and be brave enough to start that journey. And man, oh Manischewitz, every time I have done that, it has been like, yes, this is right. And a lot of that helped me realize the time I had spent collecting items that brought me joy then, I didn't need that stuff anymore. I wanted a simple, clean house that I could lock up, leave on vacation, come home, it looks glorious, love it when I'm there, love it when I'm not. And it improves my life to have a home that is decluttered and looks the way I want it to look, feels the way I want to feel, and functions the way I want it to function. And that's why I show up in my own free time to help you, because it's so much better on this side. Okay? There we go. What else do we have? I think I'm going to sign off in just a couple of minutes. I will be back. I will say this. I will be back. I don't want to promise to do a pop-up. I feel bad when I overpromise and underprovide, so I'd rather not say I'm going to do something and then not do it at all. But I may do a pop-up this weekend. Today's what, Thursday? Yeah, I may do a pop-up this weekend. Also, speaking of this weekend, there's a Destination Decluttered email mailing list to get onto. It is free. It is wicked easy to get onto, and I don't spam you. I only send you the good stuff. I do this because these are the people who I know really want to be helped by my stuff, so you get the good stuff. What can I say? I'm going to be having a free pop-up workshop on how to organize your time to make time for the things you have to do, but also make time for the things you want to do. I call it breeze blocking because I love mid-century modern architecture, and the only way you get the invite to that free group Zoom that I'm doing on Sunday, or the recording if you can't make it, you totally will get the recording, is to get onto the Destination Decluttered email mailing list, destinationdecluttered.com/join. Also, if I haven't mentioned this yet, I know there's a handful of people here. If you haven't liked my TikTok page, I know it's kind of goofy to be psyched about like how many followers you have. That seems kind of like a braggy thing, but I like seeing the numbers grow because it means that there are people out there that I'm helping. That encourages me to show up more and do this. If I didn't get people liking my stuff, I'd be like, oh, I guess I'm not helping anybody, and I might not work. So just a couple of things. Ooh, my Kleenex just blew away. Alrighty, what do we have here in the last few minutes? Woo, there we go. Oh, this is funny. I get some things that says somebody became this number something member on the team. I didn't even know I had a team, but thank you, team. How's that? Yeah, I know I matched the chair. I thought I would coordinate with it. We are having a fun vacation, but I will be happy to get home. Catherine is saying, getting clutter taken care of is going to open me up to take a road trip to the new Buc-ee's in Ohio. Oh, yes, I've heard of Buc-ee's. So there you go. It's good to have a destination. It's good to have an excuse to get yourself going. It's one of the things I really realize about myself and vacation. Oh, thank you for the heart. Is I need to have a destination. Getting a destination is all the difference. When you're excited to go someplace, you're saying, I'm going to do a lot of stuff that I normally wouldn't do to get to that destination. That's why it's a road trip. But you get excited about it. When I don't have a road trip, I'm like, meh. If I'm not excited about it, maybe that's ADHD. I know that when I was in grade school, they'd be like, Beth is so good when she applies herself, but she just doesn't apply herself. And it's like, you know what? If I'm not interested, I'm gonna get distracted and phone it in. When I'm interested, that's when I do the good stuff. So just notice that. Elizabeth Max, you just called me a blessing. Thank you. But you know what? I love the fact that you tuned in for yourself, that you are getting encouragement for this type of thing. Now I'm going to sign off right now. This will be because we need to check out and I want to get my shoes on and all that. This will be downloaded to the Destination Decluttered TikTok. Will be uploaded to Destination Decluttered on YouTube. So if you want to catch all of this, if you just tuned in, there we go. Christine is saying, playing your videos while I'm working on my space and stuff has helped so much. Awesome. Well, thank you, Christine. And I say that to you sincerely because if I didn't know that from you, notice how this is a really cool two-way street. If I didn't hear that from you, I would think it might not be important for me to download these things and upload them to YouTube. But because you told me it's important to you, I'm going like, thank you. Okay, I will continue to do that. Now, I will say, like, this one probably won't be uploaded till later today, maybe tomorrow, because I'm on the road, but it will get there, okay? But I just want to empower all of you. You deserve to live a life you love. You deserve to live in a home, in a place, in a space that looks good, feels good, and functions well. And when you realize that doing that is going to help you in so many other areas of your life, then create your destination. If I was in my office, I'd be pointing to a little heart on the wall. Create a destination that you are getting excited about, and then say to yourself, what can I do today to get closer to it? And then hop in the car and do that, okay? I will see you. I will see many of you, hopefully, on the Destination Decluttered pop-up workshop on Sunday. If not, I may do a pop-up thing, but sign up for my mailing list if you're interested. Like my TikTok page. If you know somebody who is struggling with clutter who isn't on TikTok, let them know about me and my website. I also do post some videos to Instagram and YouTube. I'm here for you, and I will see you soon. Okay, hitting the wrong button. There we go. All right, I'll see you soon. Bye.